yeah.
I would like to pull out 4. I just have a few questions on it.
Item 4 will be considered separately. Is there a motion to approve the remaining items on the consent agenda?
Motion.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Call for the vote.
Lively,
Yes.
Ford,
Yes.
Webb.
Yes.
Item 4, quality report.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, yeah, I just need a few clarifications on there. Can you tell me a little bit about, let's see, where we talk about that delay in care? I had a hard time following that to understand it, so that's just really what I need for you to put it in normal terms.
Okay. So patient was admitted to the hospital, and during the admission, they did get a peripheral or PIC placed.
Okay,
And then there was some concern regarding low blood pressures and urine output being missed during the night. It did get addressed in the morning, and the patient did get transferred to a higher level of care.
okay, well, I think that's, the part you left out is where I was confused because of the way it's written up. I'm like, what is that trying to say?
Yeah, so they were admitted in the hospital for a few days. Then during one of the night shifts, the patient developed a low blood pressure, high heart rate.
I've got that part, but when it talked about documentation notes, the house supervisor charge nurse was notified, and then it says no notes to indicate that,
So the nurse documented that they notified the house supervisor. The house supervisor didn't put any notes.
gotcha.
They said they were notified, and they notified the provider
Okay,
until that morning.
all right, well, that makes a little bit more sense. It seems though you've had a grievance, and looks like that one had to be taken to a higher power. So it was noted you were with HR, as far as corporate HR?
That'll probably be handled
Yeah,
over
that'll be
17.
that'll be an executive.
Not a problem. Let's see. Mine, when I printed it, mine didn't print. It printed this way and not that way. So, okay, well, I can ask that later then.
Is there a motion to approve that item now?
Yes, I'll make a motion to approve it.
Is there a second?
Second.
Call for the vote.
Lively,
Yes.
Ford,
Yes.
Webb.
Yes.
Is there any remarks from the audience?
Sorry, that's not like pickles. I think.
Hearing none. Item 9, financial report.
Okay, we're going to go over the July financial summary. The average daily census for July was 8.77. That's up 4 days from June and down 1 day from the year-to-date monthly average. The acute payer mix for July was 93% for Medicare and Medicare managed care, with the prior month being 74%. Swing bed payer mix for July was 92% for Medicare and 10% for Medicare managed care. The year-to-date percentage for Medicare is 75% and the Medicare managed care is 25%. The operating margin was a loss of $34,000 for the month of July. This is up $13,000 from June. Year-to-date operating margin is a loss of $115,000. Net patient revenue was $1.43 million for the month. That's an increase of $20,000 from last month and an increase of $13,000 from the year-to-date monthly average. 340B revenue was $22,000 for July and expenses were $7,000. Operating expenses were at $1.48 million for July. This is up $7,000 from last month and $22,000 from the year-to-date monthly average. Patient days for July were at 272. It's up 67 days from June. Cash receipts for the month were at $2.29 million. This is an increase of $1.1 million from the year-to-date monthly average and an increase of $922,000 from June. This is due to receiving the 2024 cost report settlement at the end of July. Cash disbursements for the month were at $1.21 million. Cash balance at the end of the month was $2.29 million, giving us about 48 days of cash on hand, again due to the cost report settlement timing. For the clinic, the average visits per day were 9.38. Year-to-date revenue for the clinic was $307,000. Operating expenses are $612,000, and the year-to-date net loss is $305,000 as of July.
And on that clinic report, we can kind of add also with the campaign we did or with y'all, what y'all wanted us to do with the Facebook ad. We did get 2 pass-throughs and out of expense of $65, we did get 2 people do a verified call through Facebook. So that's all we generated was 2 extra calls. So
So bad use of $65 or good use in your book?
we can't tell who they were, so we don't know if they confirmed an appointment or not, but we did get 2 that said they confirmed a call to the clinic, so.
And it cost us $65.
$65. We spent $100 for the month on what the board recommended. We allocated up to $100 for every month.
I mean, I think it starts slow.
Okay, we'll do it. We'll do it again.
Okay.
Anything else for me?
I don't.
I don't have anything.
Okay.
Okay, item 10, discussion regarding the Lab OR project.
Okay, quick update on that. We do have one vendor, one architect statement back for statement of work that he's going to be doing. We're bringing another one. Right now, his preliminary is $7,000 for us literally to just say we're putting up wiring in the OR. So, and that is, again, the state's requiring it. It's not us requiring it. It's not anybody. It's the State Department of Health saying we have to have an architect stamp of approval on this. So I got one more to get. We're working with Cohesive's already working with a vendor out of Kansas. And so we're gonna reach out to them to see if they can help out also.
So we only need 2?
Well, since it's over 5,000, I'm gonna bring you 3,
Okay.
since it is so much. So, but that's where we're at with that, on the vendors and the OR move, which has been kind of good because since they did the roof, they forgot to hook up our air conditioner in the OR, and so it's been a little warm in there. So we've stayed out of that room, so, but I will hopefully have all 3 of those for next month for approval on which one we want to go with. Okay, that's it. That's all my update on that.
Hearing no questions, item 11, discussion possible action to approve the SWOTA and MRMC memorandum of understanding for naloxone vending machines to be placed at MRMC.
So SWOTA's reached out to us. They want to place a Narcan vending machine at our facility. It's not going to cost the facility anything. They will supply the Narcan. The only thing we have to do is restock it for them. And then when we need new stock, we reach out to them. They bring it to us and we restock it again. It's for 1 year or the life of the grant is how long they want to leave it there. And we'll put it in the front area where people walk in at the
Right next to
the lobby. Yep.
Right there
next to
is
the
the snack machine.
I'm
Can
just
they get
gonna-
to it at night?
They can't get to it at night unless they come through the ER.
Okay.
And then they can walk up to it, yes.
And so this is gonna be me being stupid, but is there any, like, negative effects for somebody to grab Narcan and give to somebody that doesn't need
Absolutely
it?
zero effects from Narcan.
No side effects.
No side effects at all. And no, there's been no documented allergies to Narcan, ever. So,
It just seems like an odd place to put it in your front lobby when it's not that accessible.
it's accessible throughout the day, just not, which we lock all the doors anyway at night. So they can't get in the front lobby anyway.
Why do they want it at the hospital? Because if somebody comes to the hospital, they could get treated without
Without.
grabbing it on their
Yeah.
own.
This is for people that just want to have it on their person. They prefer people to just have, like, they used to have one of these vending machines at the I-44 McDonald's. You literally walk in, put your zip code, and it gave you one. It's a federally funded program to get Narcan out there, so if anybody gets in contact with fentanyl, a loved one, you have the medicine to act.
And if they do present to the ER with history of dependence, we do offer the education and we can offer them Narcan.
Free Narcan also, that's offered by the
But it's mainly
state.
like family members, so if you have a loved one who has experienced addiction, it's so you can have easy access.
Or even if y'all want one. I mean, y'all can literally walk in there and get one free of charge. It's a federally funded push, and I think it's speculation, would be just me talking, but I think it's part of the Purdue lawsuit where they have to produce, they have to be able to make Narcan available.
So do they put out educational,
Mhm.
to tell people where this is located? And-
I don't know if SWOT is going to.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if they're going to. We will. We will for the hospital on our Facebook and on our clinic Facebook, yes. But I don't know what SWOTA does on their side.
They have had this for a long time, because Mary Jane, we've heard them talk about it at PAW for a year ago.
And they have their van that comes around that has it also. They've just reached out to us wanting us to put one in our facility. I know there's one at Jackson County in the lobby there.
Well, and I
by
think
the,
they've had
uh,
them vandalized, so maybe why that's inside is more.
Yeah,
But I
I'm
would
sure.
think if you were gonna hit the drugs, it'd be at nighttime. I mean, really
Yeah.
could that.
We could put it, I mean, again, all of our doors are locked, so they can't even come through the ER entrance and get one without us letting them in.
Yeah.
So the idea is not to get it there in an emergency. This is
This is
to
prevents for.
spread it out
just-
so
just-
people have it available.
Yep,
Okay.
absolutely. So any person can come grab one, have it available for them or their loved ones.
They had a bunch of the boxes available at the Beckman County Courthouse not too long ago.
Yep.
So I got me a free box.
Yep, I have
Judge
two in
said
every
it's
car.
out.
And the lady that
I have
had-
two in every car.
I think it was at Paul's, the SWOTA lady, when we had that meeting, she literally had cases of it.
In the back of her car.
Like, do y'all need some? Let
Yeah.
me get you some.
And it's all nasal Narcan. You just squirt it in their nose. There's 2 doses per each box.
Well, let's face it, you're kind of at risk if you bend down to get $1 that's on the ground anymore.
You
I
are.
mean,
And that's-
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's why they're really pushing for this, is to have it available for everybody. So if you do have a loved one, a kid, it doesn't hurt.
Not a bad idea. When you look at it in
Okay.
in those terms, you know.
Mhm. Yeah.
I make the motion.
Hearing a motion, is there a second?
Second.
Call for the vote.
Lively,
Yes.
Ford,
Yes.
Webb.
Yes.
Item 12, discussion possible action to approve the WGU Education Affiliation Agreement for MRMC to become host site for students of WGU.
So this is just to have, so WGU's has a bachelor's and a master's program. And so they're online, but they have to do a clinical with a BSN or an MSN. So we do have a couple employees that are students of WGU that want to use us as a site. So this is just to become affiliate agreement with them to where they can do their business part of the clinicals at our facility.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, call for the vote.
Lively,
Yes.
Ford,
Yes.
Webb.
Yes.
Discussion possible action to approve the Port 53 Technologies quotes for cloud software subscription.
So this is a renewal agreement we have, and if y'all remember, we purchased the Meraki firewall recently. That is the hardware. Then, now this comes with the software. This is a 3-year agreement. They did have the option of a year agreement, but it was a total of $3,200. And it was, for every year it would be $3,200. But if we do a 3-year agreement of where they update all of our software, all of our firmware to decrease any liabilities, actually, I'm wrong, sorry. We get a year free with this, so it's $3,800 is what we get for free if we do this.
So the 7,200 is for 3 years?
For 3 years, yep. So it's $34.57 a year if we do it yearly. But if we do a 3-year agreement, we only have to pay $7,200.
So what are the different breakdowns when I'm looking at
Mhm.
the actual software subscription, and it's got like 11 for $12.54? Are they different? Well, apparently they are different, but what
They're
are they, what's the difference in
licenses.
them?
They're just the licenses for each port. Is Chad on? Because he can explain it a lot better. Text Chad and see if he can jump on the call. Because he's explained it to me. I get your question, but I don't know how to explain it well to you. I would butcher it. So we'll see if he can jump on the call. If we want to go to the next one, that'd be fine.
When you, I guess what I'm trying to figure out, when you say port, I'm thinking of, you're not talking individual lines, or you are talking individual lines?
Individual port lines, again,
Okay.
I'm not for sure. I'm not gonna lie to you, Ronnie, I'm not IT whatsoever.
Okay.
I am not 100% for sure, and I don't wanna tell you wrong.
Is that we get on there just below?
Okay.
Here's the original email he sent to, that has all the extra.
No, not what Ronnie's at, what it actually is, the licensing, yeah.
How about we, go ahead and,
Yeah, well, and maybe this is what I'm asking. So the quantity of 11, that's different than the quantity of 3 as far as like that specific thing only fits in for those 3 options. It's not something that I'm getting 11 and then I have to have something different with 3, something different with 4.
Correct. You're getting
Because,
all
well,
of these.
because reason I'm asking it, because you've got a quantity of 11, and then the other breakdown's 11 too, so is it certain ports requires certain other additions? Okay.
IT.
I'm
Okay,
sorry, Ronnie.
I'm sorry.
I can't answer that because I really do not know. I would love to answer that question.
Okay.
I just don't know.
okay, so let's go ahead and go to the next item while we wait for the IT guy to get on. It's discussion possible action to approve the Dell agreement for computer purchasing or leasing.
Okay, so these two go together. Okay, so the purchase agreement is quite a bit cheaper because remember we talked about the program that we were wanting to do with all the computers. So we reached out to them, and Dell, we have to have a minimum of $20,000 to purchase anything on a lease agreement. We didn't need $20,000 worth of stuff. We only needed right around 16 is what our purchase would be, 16,841 to purchase all the equipment we needed to get up to date to Windows 11. The lease agreement is literally everything we would possibly need in our facility, from the conference room. We had to get to the $20,000 mark, so we put everything on there that we could to get us to what we needed. We did UPSs, our 16 PCs that we needed, our other laptops, several monitors, and our Pro Wireless keyboards and mouses, because we weren't getting to the $20,000 mark initially without having to add all that. So we just kind of wanted to show you all the difference here. This is 36-month financing, and then our payment. Where's our payment at on this?
The payment, the 860.
Mm-hmm.
868.
868,
Can't get
yep.
my glasses on it enough.
For all of that equipment.
And then
The purchase would be 16,000, and we would own them outright, and we can still slowly purchase them. We have till to the end of October to where Windows 10 will be no longer supported to get all of our computers to Windows 11. So we can still spread it out a little bit, financial wise.
but one of the perks of a lease is if something goes wrong or something, then typically that's covered.
If we break a computer, yes, they
Yeah.
would replace it. You are correct.
To me, that's always a huge benefit, especially when you're talking technology.
But if I remember right, they're not gonna, if a new update comes out, they're not going to update the computer for us. You know, they won't say, hey, your computer Windows 11 is no longer supported on your computer. We're gonna issue you a new computers for your
Right.
facility. You're gonna still have to do
You
a
have to
new
go-
lease.
Correct, just do a new lease.
Yeah.
So what are your recommendations on this?
I personally would recommend the purchasing because it's cheaper for us. We don't need that much, and our IT guys fix our computers pretty regularly if we need anything, if anything's broken on them. That's what I would personally, and they keep us updated on all of our stuff. Chad, I think Chad's on. Chad, what would you recommend from IT standpoint?
I'm the same way. I'd recommend the purchase of it instead of going with the lease and stuff. Let's get the devices that we need purchased, so that way we can hit these this end of life for Microsoft.
So the request is for the 16,841.
Again, spread over several months. We're still gonna spread it over till October, till the end of October. But yeah, we just, since it is a project, it has to be considered a capital expenditure, we have to bring it to the board for y'all to approve us to do it.
I'd approve, or I'd make a motion to approve the 16,841.30 for purchasing.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Do we have it?
Do we have the
Do we have
finances?
the finances?
Yes.
Well, I mean, I'll tell you, part of the problem is if we
Tomorrow might not
don't,
be. Oh, I know,
upgrade it,
yeah.
the systems, I mean, we're already struggling with our systems,
Yeah.
so I know.
Yeah.
No further discussion, call for the vote.
Lively,
Yes.
Ford,
Yes.
Webb.
Yes.
Okay, back to item 13,
Here, I'm gonna chat.
Port 53 Technologies quote for cloud services.
So Chad, Ronnie had a, oh, is he in offline? No, he's still on. Okay, Chad, Ronnie had a question about the Port 53 quote that I couldn't answer.
Okay.
So I'm noticing on the initial part of the quote for the quantity of 11 for the MR Cloud, it's $12.54 for 11, and then there are 11 other specific quantities throughout. Is that an upgrade for each port, or is that an additional 11 ports?
So let me go find that. Let me pull it up on my computer here so I know what you're looking at here. So what it is, there's 11 devices. So the MR series ones, I think that would be the, and I'm pulling up, I think that's your access points.
Okay.
So you have to have a license for every one and stuff is what that is.
Okay, so what are the additional 11?
The
Like,
additional 11.
yeah, so if you look, the MS 120-48LP Enterprise, there are 3 of those. Then you've got the 24.
So what that is, so that MS 120, that is, that MS 120-48, those are switches, so we have 3 of that model, and then there's 4 MS 120 24-port switches, and then we have 1 MX64, that is a firewall, and then we have 2 of the MS 120 48 FPs, those are switches too, and the 11, those are access points.
Okay.
So they're all separate. Okay. Okay.
That makes sense.
Our Chinese.
Yeah, so kind of agree with that one.
Okay, I'd make a motion to approve the 3-year contract.
Is there a second? Call for the vote.
Lively,
Yes.
Ford,
Yes.
Webb.
Hang on a second, I'll have to clue that.
All right, item number 27. Looking at the wrong agenda again. That's what happens. Item number 15. Do we need to go into executive session to discuss DIA list schedule 1 of providers, Dr. Fei-Ling Yay? Do we need an executive session?
They want us to.
Okay.
It won't take a second.
Make a motion to go into executive session.
There's a motion to go into executive session. Is there a second?
Second.
Lively.
Second.
Yes.
Call for the vote.
Lively,
Yes.
Ford,
Yes.
Webb.
Yes.
We're in executive session as of 5:55, and I'm timing y'all.
Okay.
So now it's going to make a statement.
Call for the vote.
Lively,
Yes.
Ford,
Yes.
Webb.
Yes.
We're in regular session. Is there any action as a result of executive session?
Or no action. No. Jokey.
What?
That
What?
look.
I was fixing to give you one too. Wait a second.
I'd make a motion to approve the credentialing for DIA scheduling and then re-credential Dr. Yay.
is there a second?
I'll second it.
Call for the vote.
Lively.
Yes.
Ford.
Yes.
Webb.
Yes.
Item 17, do we need to go into executive sessions to discuss complaints and grievances?
I make a motion we go into executive session to discuss
Is
those.
there a second?
I'll second.
Call for the vote.
Lively.
Yes.
Ford.
Yes.
Webb.
We're
Yes.
back in executive session as of 6:02.
Figured.
You got a short chair?
No, I need a short chair.
Is there a motion to resume regular session?
I'll make a motion.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
All right, call for the vote.
Lively.
Yes.
Ford.
Yes.
Webb.
Yes.
Is there any action as a result of executive session?
No action.
All right, is there any staff and board remarks? We've received an open records request, which is extremely rare for the hospital to get one. I think since we've taken over the hospital, we've got only one, and that was related to the litigation, but they're asking for minutes from 2020 through 2021 related to Dr. Rich. But I did talk to Kay, and I don't think he was ever contracted with the hospital. I think he came in 2018, but I don't think it was ever gone through y'all. But I just thought I'd pass that along because that was a highly unusual thing. And I talked to the city clerk about that, and she will process in that request. And that's the only thing I wanted to add. Any other remarks? All right, is there any new business?
Roof, everything.
Is there any new business? Hearing none, is there a motion to adjourn?
I'd make that motion.
Second,
I'll second.
call for the vote.
Lively.
Yes.
Ford.
Yes.
Webb.
Yes.